Whataburger is a beloved brand founded by the Dobson family in 1950 in Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm the HR Shared Services Manager. My team is the intake for all payroll and HR-related concerns at Whataburger. Before Workday Help, the HR Shared Services processes were a bit challenging for our employees. We call our employees family members. Before, they would call the HR hotline and we would have a separate ticketing system. There was no transparency. I couldn't track how my team was responding or who was supporting cases. If one of our family members opened a case, they didn't know, how their ticket was resolved. With Workday Help, it really created a great way for us to communicate and talk and just let them know how and what we were doing in the background so they knew that we were taking care of them. Once Workday Help was implemented, it really allowed me the ability to see how different teams were responding and supporting our family members and meeting that SLA turnaround time. With the support of KPMG, we were able to create a centralized HR point. My team was able to go into one system and we can review all employee records. We didn't have to collaborate with different teams outside of Workday Help, so it really just changed the amount of time that it took for us to bring something to closure. Now I'm able to send out a weekly report, not just to my team, but all case solvers, to just give them that visibility of what cases are still open, are still pending closure or resolution, and just allowed us the ability to really review and track turnaround times. Our family members can now go into Workday, and even before they open a case, they're given options to select a knowledge article. So they don't have to call the HR hotline, they don't have to open a case. And that really alleviated a lot of time for my team because it allowed them to be more focused on complex cases that need a little bit extra time. KPMG did extremely well with collaborating with Whataburger on Workday Help. KPMG helped us prepare ahead of the Workday launch. We had several planned sessions. This allowed my team the opportunity to ask questions ahead of the launch that they weren't sure about. It also allowed these teams that we collaborate with to also ask questions. They were always just ready to help support us and provide us with what we needed. We went from taking 50,000 cases a year to almost 100,000 the first year of Workday. So we really just had to prepare for how this was going to grow, not just for Whataburger, but for HR Shared Services. What set KPMG apart was they came in and they got to know my team. They spent time with my team. They really wanted to better understand the needs of Whataburger and how we worked as family members. They worked with Whataburger not just as consultants, but as team members. We don't just fit into any box. Whataburger is very different, so KPMG really understood that.